Hi guys, it's Jessica here for Dolly updates and some other rambling. I did want to start out saying thank you for all the people who commented on the last video that I made, or sent me personal messages. I really appreciate it, and I've tried to go through and favorite all of the comments, but I just haven't had the energy to go and respond because of the migraine issue. So I just want people to know that I definitely read everything that people write, and it means a lot to me. I've always been bad about getting back to comments, and I always have things that I say in my head that but the actually writing it down, and then the migraine issues, it just doesn't happen. So I apologize, but I do appreciate that so much. Update wise, the job hunt, trying to find extra work, that sort of thing. It happened what I thought was going to happen, is that I would commit to too many people, because a little bit here, a little bit there, and now this week and the next, this week will be pretty good, but I wanted 8 extra hours, and next week it's gonna be like 16 extra hours, which is like double what I wanted. I didn't want to work that much extra, so that's putting me more like at 48 hours, and I'm trying to stay part-time, and not the veterinary field part-time. 38 hours is like full, considered part-time in this industry. I want to try to keep to 30 hours, so we'll see. Things are going to get moved around, and I'll have to consolidate that I can't, that I'm dreading that week enough, and I know it's gonna be hard. I'll die. I'm just gonna die. So hopefully, what might happen is if this job that I've committed to, if it works out and it's a good position and I like working there, then I'll probably cut back at my other clinic, which is, it's just I have to do what's right for my career and my health and that sort of thing, but I do have that feeling of letting people down, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So thank you again, everybody. Let's talk about dollies. This is Herla. She is my Twigling ingenue, one of several, but this is Herla. So she's very, very special, and she is wearing a new pair of Ruffle shorts that I made for her, and I think that this one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers of ruffles made out of this very difficult to work with material that likes to fray everywhere, and definitely was not easy, and it was time consuming, but I love it on her, love it. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that this may have been the first pair that I made, but it's not the last. I don't know if you can see, I've got my girls lined up there. I've made a pair of these shorts for every one of my Twigling body girls. So Uma, who is on the DollShe body, I'm gonna have to make her her own because she's a little bit bigger. And then I have Evangeline, who is my Doll's Own deer head on a Twigling body. I haven't made her a pair, and I don't know if she'll get a pair because of her style. But these are the first few pairs that I made. Are simple elastic band, and so the issue is, in order for these to be big enough to get over her hips, but then be snug on her waist, really just not, and this is not a stretchy fabric. These fabrics that I'm working with don't have any amount of stretch. So this is a lot looser. You know, it's like looser here than I would like. So I've been working on that and adding zippers. So I kind of want to go through these in the order that I made them, so you can kind of see my progress with that. And I did kind of show some of that on Instagram too, so if you want to see some of the more pictures. So let me put her down. I'm trying out this new view, by the way. I like it because you can see all of the dolls, and I can also, it's right up against the wall here, so I can plug in my phone, because the battery just dies all the time now. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this was the second pair that I made, and again, it was just an elastic waist, and it's 7 layers of ruffles. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these first ones had 7 layers of ruffles. And this fabric, again, this is just not a stretchy fabric. It's kind of what I would consider maybe a fabric that's for lining jackets, perhaps. It's almost got a brushed texture to it. But the color and I just love how it feels. It's just very soft, and really nice texture. But of course the color, this was a fabric that I found at Joann's, and it was in their like sale pile, and I had never seen it in the store ever. So I think it was maybe one of those things that when they buy stuff up from other places and then just sell it really cheap. There's a name for it, but I can't remember. So I think, I mean, it fits her well. She can sit down, and yeah, so there's a little bit of butt crack, when she sits down, and it doesn't come up high enough. Like, it looks okay, like if she's wearing another top or something with this, but what I want is for the corset to cover it, and there to not to be a gap here like this. So I like these, the color, the fit, it's not bad, but it wasn't meeting what I wanted. This is my Twigling Pieta. Her name is Inderica, and she is, I don't know if you can see her back there, my white sleeping faceplate ingenue. She's her sister, so that's Alondria, and this is Inderica. And she has a new wig that is very, very beautiful. And this was the hard part for how to make this video, because I kind of wanted to do like, a wig video. I got 4 wigs in from Moderately Vivid, and then some other wigs from other sellers. Cayykattdollies, she has started making wigs, and so I got one of hers, and then I got a few Hasel's aesthetics wigs. So I wanted to make this wig video, you know, showing all my dolls with these wigs and really present all of those, and it just didn't happen because of my work schedule and everything else. So for a person who was laid off, I sure was very busy. I think I got like one Friday during all of this, so I've had less free time than when I wasn't laid off, because that's what always happens. I always overcompensate and panic and take in a bunch of work. But anyways, ramble. This wig is, isn't it? The color is just incredible. It's an alpaca wig, and moderately vivid is probably, I would have to say, my most favorite wig maker at this point because of a number of factors. One, just how they make the wigs. The head cap is stretchy, and they use a certain type of fabric glue, so it has a tackiness to it, so it stays put, and I just love that. So it has enough stretch. It's not a hard cap, but it stays put. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to do silicone wig caps or put eye putty or anything. These wigs just stay put. They also, what's the word I want? Like, you show them the colors that you want, and they just get it. They just match that, and that is not easy. That is not an easy thing to do. So I'm really impressed with that. It's definitely not an easy thing to do. So I gave them some colors, and this was a tri-color wig. So it starts out that wonderful blue, fades into more of a purple, and then more of a pink. So like a lavender and then a pink. And it's just gorgeous. It's so vibrant. So vibrant. So at this point, Inderica has the wig. I really liked how it went with her, I think that this is considered pale lavender doll bakery eyes. I might be wrong on calling them pale lavender. But she still needs a face up, of course. And yeah, just dragging my feet on that. I have a bunch of dolls that need face ups, and I keep telling myself, well, I just never have the time that I thought when I got laid off, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have all this extra time. No. But anyways, yeah, she's beautiful. She's wearing a pair of secondhand Sparrow Shop antlers that I've seen these before. I think I saw pictures of them when she originally made them, and ugh, they're so beautiful. So beautiful. So she's wearing them for now. So I'm just going to go through everybody, and as the wigs pop up, I'll show you the beautiful wigs. Let's see, who was next? Love this girl. So this is my Twigling Girls. She is in the Vivid Resin. This girl is in, I think they're calling it just tan or caramel or something like that. Twigling doesn't, no, it's probably not caramel, because Twigling does not like to use food terms for her skin. She finds that she doesn't like it, which is, I find funny, because I don't mind. But it's the tan, basically. And then this girl is in pink resin. Her face is blushed almost white, so you can see it more in her legs. She's so bleached out, it's hard to tell. But she's in the pink resin. And then this girl is the Vivid, which I really love. I really love this Vivid resin. It's very gorgeous. It's kind of like a very light tan. And she is on the short body with the biggest bust size, and I just love it so much. She is just wonderful. She's just full of curves. I'll take off I love this sweater on her too. I'll take it off. I didn't make the sweater, but I did make these corsets and these pants, of course, these shorts. So this one I wanted, you can see that I did do better making the waistband higher. Still only 7 layers of ruffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, only 6. So, and I didn't think it was enough. I felt like it was not full enough. But you can see that it's a lot more fitted. Like you're not seeing this come out. If you didn't have this on, you would see it better. But it's much more fitted to her waist and lays more flat. And that was because I put in this zipper in the back. And this was my first attempt at putting in a zipper. And I do want to go back and see if I have enough to work with here to do a hidden zipper, because I did Capricorn Makes. Sorry about that. Husband got home and wanted to tell him I was filming a video, so don't yell at the dogs or cuss or yell or anything, please. Not that he does that a lot, but so what was I saying? Oh yes, so I had posted this on Instagram, and kind of like I need to figure out how to do a hidden zipper. I didn't have any idea at the time, and Capricorn Makes messaged me and kind of did a little rundown of how you do that, and it's amazingly simple, really. So I do want to come back and try to do that with this one. I might have to take apart the waistband, potentially, because it's pretty snug. I don't know if I have enough, I almost said, I don't know if I have enough tissue to close this. I don't know if I can suture that, but yeah, I do think it's kind of neat, or maybe that would look cute in the front, because it is, you can turn these any way because they don't have a front and a back really. But I do really love the color, and I just loved how it followed her curves just a little bit more. So I did, in the future ones, I started doing 8 layers of ruffles. The ruffles are a pain in the ass. I mean, they're a pain in the butt. You've got this long ruffle that you're trying to get perfectly even, and it's easy to want to just not do as many, but it just looks better if you do. So love this girl, love this girl. Let's see, I was gonna try to mention eyes because I've got some new eyes. That was another thing. I've got all kinds of new eyes, and I wanted to do a video showing all eyes, just have an eye video, because there's just so many great eye makers right now that it's really good in the BJD hobby for choices and options. So I'll try to talk about that a little bit here too. But this girl, she is wearing a pair of tails from the Shrike eyes, and they are just getting better and better. I've bought maybe 2 or 3 like batches from them, and every time they're just more amazing. So the latest batch I got from them were 12 millimeters small iris size, I think. I'm pretty sure. And they're just wonderful. They're really wonderful. So I'll try to go through eyes as I go too. How long? I don't know how far we are since I've shut this off several times. Probably a lot. Okay, who is next? This is Elena, and so this, I think, is my only big girl that I sueded her knees, and I tightened her strings just as much as I could, and she's like a rock. I love her. Love her. She is so great to pose. I'm gonna take this off though, because it will probably, I don't know, maybe it'll stay put while I move her around. So this is Elena. This is original Herla. She got a pair of, she's all mix of, I mean, she's all Twigling, but her head is from the long pre-order, so basically 2015, a year-long pre-order got her with her body, which is right there, in April 2016. The body I got off Den of Angels, and I want to say it's from 2012. It's DollShe casted. And then these hands are from the Ingenui's release, and I switched them out because they're like my absolute favorite hands. I have counting the one that came on my Ingenui's, I think I have 3 of these, but they are, yeah, my absolute favorite hands in the whole wide world. And they match her. They match this resin on her pretty good. Anyways, she's wearing, pretty sure that these are Tales from the Shrike eyes as well. Pair of the Ruffle shorts and a corset that I've made. This shirt, this sheer gold yellow shirt was made by Miss Mantis, who doesn't do much doll sewing now, but she did. And she was very inspirational for me to get into trying to sew doll clothes too. So she does mostly customization and dyeing and things like that. And that's her, you know, I understand that's her passion, just like sewing is mine, and I don't do any of that other stuff. But yeah, she made this several years back. So, Ruffle shorts. This was the first pair that got the hidden zipper, and I love how they turned out. You can see a little zipper there, and a little latch at the top, which I think I need to move over just a little bit so that there's no gap. But the zipper is hidden, and this was a much easier zipper to hide. It's a very tiny zipper from, I got it for my birthday several years back. My mother-in-law got a bunch of these from, they sell a bunch of very small Blythe scale sewing things. This is I Sew for Dolls, I think is the, but these are they're very delicate. And what I had happen with the first one that I tried to sew in is that the zipper came off, and it was just, and this is not a separating zipper, it's a non-separating zipper. It was just impossible. I fussed with it for an hour to try to get it back together. So I have this, I'm just super paranoid that this is gonna come off and then I'll be freaking screwed. I'll have to take it all apart and put a different zipper on. So I was actually going to email them and see if they had tips for how to work with these so that didn't happen. It's not like I expect a return or something. I mean, I got the zippers like 2 years ago. But they're just so tiny and nice, and they were much easier to hide. And let's see, how many layers does this one have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Oh, I was being lazy. So it might have just been these last two that got the 8 layers. But you can see the waistband is much more snug and stays under here and isn't loose and floppy. So really, really like how that turned out. So basically what you do is you sew this seam like you weren't going to put a zipper in it. You just sew it up, and then you lay the zipper on the inside over those, so you have a seam allowance that you press so that it's flat, and then sew down each side with the zipper, and then you take out the stitches, or take out the you take out the sutures, you take out the stitches there that you made, and then you have the hidden zipper. And I do have to be a little careful because it's hard to see what's going on here with the ruffles, so it's a little tricky, and I had to redo some parts a little bit to get the ruffles to lay flat and nice in that area. Yeah, I really, really like how they turned out, and I am just really loving Elena in this outfit. She is wearing, these are Lutz boots, and it's challenging to find shoes that fit these girls. They're not as difficult as the DollShe girl body. Her feet are just very long and narrow. These girls' feet are not especially long, they're more normal, but they're very thick, very wide, I should say. So they do fit these pretty good. I love these boots. And these used to be Scarlett's, but Scarlett got a cool pair of doll heart. Yeah. So really loving her. And this is probably, I think, one of my most favorite corsets that I made. I really like how it turned out. It's kind of one of the first ones that I made in bigger than, I like to make them shorter now, not so long, because they go better with pants and skirts. But I really like how this one turned out. Oh, and this was one that I colored the lace. And I have, I don't have any part of, I colored the lace with alcohol markers, and I don't have any of it, there's no part of it that touches her. She has this shirt on and a skirt underneath. But yeah, I really like that one. Oh, wig. This was the first wig that I ever got from Moderately Vivid. And it was one that they had in their shop on sale, and so I bought it, and then I couldn't wait when they started opening commissions to get a commission from them. It's very, very long alpaca, and it's actually dark brown to this purple color, but I think it was maybe it didn't turn out how they wanted, or I don't know if it was a commission that didn't work out. I don't know what the situation was, but they were selling it for such a good price, I lucked out. Okay. All right. Okay. Scarlett is next. Oh, she's pinched me. This is Scarlett. She is a Twigling Elbe. She has a face up by Fitzwig, and it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I wish that they were still doing face up commissions. I'd love to send my Pieta to him. But the eyes that she's wearing are they're actually silicone eyes. They're masterpiece eyes. and these are 8mm, and I'm pretty sure 8 or 10. I think they're 8. She really definitely needs very small iris eyes to work with her eye shape. So I really like those. She's wearing outfit totally made by me and some awesome doll heart boots, which I was just never thought in a million years that they would fit Twigling Girls, but they do. So her ruffle shorts. This is one I think I did. This is one of the 8-layer ones. Yep. The 8th one is hidden up there. And has a hidden zipper. And these zippers, it's harder to hide the zipper pull because of the size of them, but it's really sturdy and I'm not worried about it breaking like those other ones. You spend all that time and energy putting it in, and if it breaks, I just didn't want that. So I only used that small zipper the one time. I'm using these big ones. So really, really loved. I'm gonna go ahead and take off her corset so you can see. I think this is another one of the corsets I made that I'm the most proud of. I basically wanted to make one that was just like the Rauken corset that MSD size Scarlett, who is a Lily Cat Constantine, and like that corset was just so classic and integral to the character. She had to have one. So she doesn't have to wear it all the time, but she has to have it in her possession. It's to be part of her wardrobe. There. So, much longer, higher waist so that it would go under the corsets and not have a gap. And I do really like how the back turned out. You know, no gappage when she sits. So really, really liked. Yeah, and all of these fabrics are, you know, they're just, none of them are easy to work with. They don't have any bit of stretch. You know, it has to fit. Your tailoring has to be, you know, it has to be precise. You can't rely on the stretch from, you know, stretchy knits or something. So the waistband, it does have elastic in it, but you can see it's, because these girls, you can't see it, but I mean, it's just like so gathered up and doesn't lay flat, and it just irritates me. So, because then anything over it is all bulky. So really, really happy with how these turned out. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And I snuck in another color, and I thought, oh, that might not look good, but I really like it. I really, really like it a lot. The green shorts that Elena is wearing, I initially made them for her. I thought that she would wear them, but I mean, I love green and red together, but they were just, it just looked too Christmassy. So I think you know, green and red, you just have to maybe use something, maybe some colors that are a little more unsaturated, something so that it doesn't have such a Christmassy vibe. So it's doable, but you have to be careful. But this little bit of green here I thought was okay. I had, I put it away. I have another top that I made for her that's out of this fabric, and I did like that too, but it was maybe just a little bit too too much of the same color. So nice to break it up. So my Elbe, beautiful girl. So this last pair that I made, I absolutely love how they turned out, and they're just kind of the most perfect of all of the ones that I've made. 8 layers of ruffles, and just went hog wild with 3 different colors, and yeah, really zipper clasp back here. This is a Rowkin corset that's meant for people 60, so it doesn't fit perfect. You know, quite a lot of gap in the back, but it doesn't look too bad. These shorts looked absolutely amazing on my out of my brain, DollShe, the DollShe, my ingenue head that's on the DollShe body. It looks amazing, but these are so perfectly tailored for the Twigling body that she can wear them, she can stand in them, but she can't sit. She will not be able to sit down, but they are perfect for the Twigling. She can sit down, no butt gappage. Perfect. Her face up was by Fitzwig as well. It's amazing, beautiful. She is wearing eyes that I just got in from the shop name is SOULinaBOXdolls on Etsy. She's Giovanna Black on Instagram, and she has been making eyes for a while now and perfecting them, and I bought some eyes quite a while back, like probably like a year, and they were 16 and they were beautiful. I think at that point she was maybe still using, she wasn't using resin for the base, she was using polymer clay or something, but now they're completely resin urethane eyes, and she just released her small iris line, 12mm and up eyes she's doing in small iris. So it's funny because when she did that, several people sent me links to it, and so I went ahead and bought 2 pairs of eyes to see how they turned out. She does have a few in stock eyes, a few, but it's a pre-order, and you know, it's a 30-day processing time, 30 business days. So you know, it's a little over a month, and then it does take a bit to ship because she's in Greece and I'm in the States. So it took a while for them to come, but you know, I've had 2 Doll Bakery pre-orders that I've done, and those were 6 and 7 months. So this is fine. This is fine. And it's so impossible to, like, you've got to be there ready to order those eyes. And she hasn't had a pre-order in a while now. But these were 12mm small iris, and I think they're called Liberty or Liberté with an accent. And behind her here. They're perfect. I was so happy with these. She's been wearing a pair of sparkly Oscar doll eyes, which I really loved, but it's nice to have a new look for her. Her wig, I don't know if she's going to keep wearing this wig. This was a secondhand Amidaz Studio, an older, it needs some care, and I'm not sure what to do to get it back to, because it's pretty frizzy at this point. So yeah, it needs some care, but gorgeous color. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. The head cap's a little pulled out and damaged in these places, but I think it's several years old. But got it for like a fraction of the price you would pay for a new one. So she's wearing it for now. She's wearing a pair of Eiffel House shoes, and she's the only Twigling girl I have who can wear these, and that's barely. They're all the same. They should be all the same, but she must have just feet that are just a little bit tinier, because she can wear these shoes. So they're hers. So this is Urethane, and probably a lot of you, maybe a few of you, know where that name came from. But there's a lot of that story, that novel was one of those I read as a teenager, and it definitely has played a role, or how it's impacted the stories and things that I make. It's just so classic, I guess is what I'll say. Okay. This video is gonna be long. When are they not? Okay, let me show, now it's gonna be a little bit more odds and ends. So I do want to make a pair of shorts for her, because, and you can see it, that I put pictures on Instagram where she was wearing this pair of Ruffle shorts, so she can wear them, she just can't sit in them. But it just looked incredible on her with the teal crochet bikini and this wig. So this wig, my Pieta had been wearing it, but she got the new moderately vivid wig, so I decided to try it out on her, and oh my gosh, yeah, it's definitely her wig. It's curly and got texture, and I think she really needed that. And the color is just, yes. So I need to make her that a pair of her own. So she's wearing these boots. I wanted to show these to Brittany, because she just got her girl in and didn't have any shoes that fit her. They are challenging to fit, and these barely fit. These are our rabbit carving boots, and they barely fit her. But I wanted to show, I'm gonna go ahead and take this boot off, because I finally did mod on her foot so that she could wear Geta sandals. So and I posted that on my Instagram too, if you want to see more pictures of it. But I just, on my Mystic body, I used a file and was able to file between them, but it was a little more, had to be a little more careful with it, and I used a X-Acto knife and used the tip of it and just picked away very carefully, little bit by little bit, from the top and from the bottom, from the side, to get that to the point where I could, where there was a separation. So I'm just going to put this on here so that you can see, because they do make Geta sandal feet that have the separation. I'm like, not buying those. Just, it's such an easy mod to do. There we go. She's a big doll. There we go. So she looks so cool. She looks so awesome with these sandals and those shorts. So it's her summer style. But they are beautiful, beautiful feet, and they're just so immaculately sculpted and beautiful. So sandals are nice. Coco Noir, she messaged me and was like, and let me know that if I boiled the resin, it would be very soft and cut like butter. So I don't know if I would do that. I'd be worried that I would, you know, you're holding onto it and exerting pressure. I'd be so worried that I would warp it. Yeah, so it's okay. It's not like it took hours, you know, it didn't take that long. It just took a little bit. I wanted to do it outside because of any resin dust. There wasn't a lot of dust because I wasn't filing. I was using the X-Acto knife. But it was very hot and smoky. It seems to be doing better today, but we just have like the wildfires, you know, just all around this area. So some days are better than others. The wind will be just right, and we'll get a lot of that. I want to make something for this girl too, because she's been sitting around with no clothes, but she's so beautiful painted. So but she got a new pair of those SOULinaBOX eyes, and these are the albino eyes, and they're the 12mm small iris. The Liberté eyes are definitely my favorite. I think they translated really well down to this much smaller size, which I understand is not easy, than these did. I think a lot of the details, if you look at her full picture of like a bigger eye, that the details just get lost. They don't show up as well. Let's see, let me try to hide behind her here. I tried. But I'm waiting for her to release 8 and 10mm small iris option. That will be amazing. I would love to get the Liberty eyes. You can see her, yeah, Liberty in the 10 and 8 size with small irises. So I wanted to show, this is Alondria. She's holding her little Hello Kitty little, I got this to hold Tamagotchis, it's very cute. But, so she's wearing, this is kind of where I got, I mean, I've seen Ruffle shorts in different versions, but kind of worked my pattern from this one. This is Doll Heart, and I don't know how I mean, every time I put it on her, I'm afraid I'm gonna rip the stitches. Like, it just, like, getting it over her hips is like, ooh. And there's huge gapping in her, you know, her butt crack comes out when she sits down, so it doesn't really fit her. And this is where I started, and she's wearing a Rauken corset. And again, it's a Feeple 60 corset, but I really like how it coordinated with this. And I am just absolutely obsessed with these jointed hands that I just sit there and play with them all the time when she sits next to me. I love these jointed hands. These are the Doll Legend. They're the 1/3 male hands with long nail and no vein, and they just, you know, size-wise, they were just perfect. I compared them to a normal original hand, a Twigling hand, and they're so amazing. But the poses that they do, and these hands are awesome, awesome, awesome. And the next time that Alice's collection has a sale on their jointed hands, I'm going to try to order a couple, because they're normally $80, and when they go on sale they're $60, which is, yeah, I won't buy them not on sale. It's such a good deal. So when they come on sale, I'll get some more. But I had ordered a pair back in March when they came on sale, and they arrived. I need to hot glue his head and antlers on because they like to fly off. The magnets. I wish they would have used stronger magnets. But anyways, I've got him out here to show you his hands. These are, again, these are Doll Legend, and these are the 70 centimeter jointed hands, and these are short nail with a vein. Gosh, it's just, maybe I can turn this down so you can see. And they're in tan. So definitely the tan is, it's beautiful. It's $20 extra, I think, to get the tan. So I think I paid $80 for them. But they're, so I definitely wouldn't do that without them being on sale. And I had ordered them for my Granado Enoch, who I need to show you because he got a new wig. But his hands are much bigger, blockier. These are a lot more fine and elegant. I mean, I was able to use the 1/3 ones for female hands. So his original hands, I mean, when you put them together, I mean, they were just very, very similar in you know, the width of the fingers, and so he's got these, and love them. Highly recommend. These are so poseable. And because I think DollZone at this point is not making the jointed hands. They had them for a while, and now they're not. I don't see them available anywhere, so I think they're not available. I don't see them on their website or on Alice's collections. Yeah, super awesome. Yeah, this is temporary. I was trying it out to see if it looked cool. I don't think it looks cool. I think it looks stupid. So he's gonna get his head hot glued on, so it doesn't go flying off. Okay. Let me sit down. I'm having issues. Yeah. Look at him. Isn't he freaking awesome? Yeah. So this is Gahern. He's Granado Enoch. He's the Dark Lord limited edition version, and he's in bronze resin. And so he has Granado's jointed hands. And I don't know if you can see, if I grab him, his head's gonna pop off. But these hands are much blockier. So the thing that, these are great hands, they're wired. They pose and hold poses very strongly, so I like them a lot. But Doll Legend jointed hands have this metacarpal joint, and I just, it's just so much more natural looking the way it poses. So doesn't have that, and Doll Legend's the only one that does that. But I like him. There's a lot of good things about him, so he's keeping them. He did, of course, come with his non-jointed hands, but I put these on immediately, and he's kept them. But you can see, new wig, and it's amazing. Like, this is, he looks how he's always supposed to look with this wig. Moderately Vivid made it. I sent him pictures that I had drawn of the style and what I had in mind, and yeah, it's amazing. I think we finally found the right eyes. These are so very difficult to find him eyes because very small eye holes, and you know, finding the eye that fits the eye well and has a small enough iris is very difficult. And they sent me, they don't let you choose the color because Granado small iris eyes are very nice, I love them, but they don't let you choose the color. And they sent me a yellow pair and a gray pair. I was like, so these are made by, oh, it just went out of my head. I'm starting to get tired. Lemon jelly. How could I forget that? Lemon jelly. Lemon jelly eyes, and they are 10 millimeter small iris. And let me tell you, that's not easy to, nobody does that. And I asked them, you know, do you feel comfortable making the 10 millimeter small iris eyes? Because it's very, very tiny and hard to get the details in. And so a lot of eye makers, they just don't do it, which I understand. So he did, and they turned out, I'm just so happy with them. So super happy with them. I had them make a this red pair, a brown gold pair, and blue pair. And I think the blue, nobody's wearing the blue pair right now, but the brown pair are being worn by this girl, who I've been calling Santa. She is my menage that has been dyed dark brown by Danielle Vita Plastica. She's gorgeous, and she's wearing these eyes. These are 10 millimeter small iris. Look how much bigger they look in her though. But they're the same. Those are the same eyes. And I did want to bring her out here to show you. Her wig is looking a little rough. I haven't fixed it up. So two of the wigs that I got from Moderately Vivid were for menage, and I had to send them back to be resized because they were too small. And like, I could get them on, but they kept like shooting off. They were gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But I took all their wigs off, and I haven't like refixed things. So I don't know if, I still don't know if she's going to wear one of those or not when they come back, but we'll see. So when those come in, I'll definitely show you guys after he fixes them. And I have another wig on order for him. I will give him as many orders as he'll let me. So I wanted to show you, I still haven't fixed her feet. So instead of fixing her feet, I found some shoes that she could wear without needing to bend her toe to wear heels. And because these girls, all Twigling Girls, have Geta toes already, basically. So they have the gap. And these are freaking beautiful. They are, where did I get them from? Dalmore. They were on eBay, and they weren't cheap. Like those other Geta sandals, I got like 4 or 5 pairs of them. They're like under $15. Like they are not very expensive. These were like $30-something, and I was like, I'll spend that much on some doll shoes, but she needed them. She needed them. Right? I think they're so perfect. I love them. I do need to find a way to get these kind of sandals to stay on better on these girls. I put like a pair on Sonara, and they look super cute, but they're not wedged in there. Like they stay on really good on the ones that I've cut their toes, because it's a very small, and I have to like wedge it in there. These slip off too easily, so I need to find a solution to make them stick on better. But I'm really into these sandals. Got like a lot of pairs now. Yep. Girl. Let me look around and see if there was anything else. I think I'm forgetting anything. Oh, I wanted to show you the girls with the Hasel aesthetic wigs that I got in. I got in 2 more of the teal mohair wigs because I love that color so much. Can't get enough of it. So this one, oops, I knew that was gonna fall off. I had to do a little bit of surgery on it to fit, and all I did was sew under the lip all the way around, and it kind of bulked up the edge a little bit so that it fits a little snugger, plus it hides that edge, that leather edge, because it's, you know, it's on the original leather. These are mohair wigs made on the hide, basically. So this is my Chibi Moon, and she was wearing a moderately vivid wig that was made for her, but it also fits my Mishi's doll, Hope, Neela's little sister. It fits her really good, and she keeps wanting it, so I gave it to her. Here we go. Oh, my Kiki girl. But I have another one of these girls on layaway from Lilycat, and she's in the lavender or the purple resin, so I can't wait. I cannot wait. Maybe I'll order her the purple wig. But I love these girls with the crazy hair. I have the fire lava wig that I had on for her a long time, and like that alpaca wig that Moderately Vivid made is gorgeous, but this girl needs a wild, crazy mohair wig. She just has to have it. She just needs it. And then let me show you the other one. Yeah, I love this color so much. I love teal. Like, I'm all about it. And this is my, she is a jury 05, so she's the first jury. CP Delph Old Lutz. She's wearing, I'm pretty sure these are an old pair of Doll Bakery eyes, so they're not any color that's made anymore. One of her old eyes, and they're so gorgeous. I got them for a really amazing deal because they're 18, I think they're 18mm eyes, and people just don't have dolls with eyes that big anymore, and I think that they don't sell very well anymore, so I went ahead and bought them. Just a little tangled back here, because these girls just, you know, they have such big eyes. Isn't she pretty? She's so pretty. She's back on an original Delph body, CP Delph. So she's such a cutie. She's so cute. Okay, let me take a look. Oh yes, one more. I gotta show you guys one more wig. Yeah, love this, love this. So, this is my Kitty Jolie. She's a Little Cat Series Dolls Kitty Jolie in the pink resin. Turn it down. She's wearing a sweater. It's the same one that Sonara was wearing. Oh, what's her name? What's her name? It's her Etsy shop. Oh goodness, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'll try to remember to put links to everybody when I post this video. I feel bad when I can't remember. She custom made, I loved this sweater. I bought this sweater first and I loved it so much, so she custom made a cardigan out of the same yarn for my big Twigling Girls. So the wig is made by Cayykattdollies, and she doesn't have an Etsy shop, but she has an Instagram, so again, I'll try to remember to put links to her. She posted a bunch of fiber that she's dyeing, and her colors are very vibrant. I don't think she's doing commissions, you know. That's much harder to, like, somebody says I want this color, I understand, like that is much more difficult to achieve, but this fiber is perfect. It's perfect and soft, like it doesn't shed, and the color is super vibrant and beautiful. Let me hide. And so she has a company face up, and I quotation cards company. Lily Cat probably did the face up. She's had 1 or 2 employees who were helping her that maybe potentially did it, but I think she does those face ups herself. She was a face up artist before she was a doll artist. But her eyes, and let me stay off the camera so that, oh, there we go. It looks in focus from where I am. I hope it is. These are made by Aqueous Humor. Their Instagram is Bear Called Red, and these were actually a gift. And they're just so amazing. They're so beautiful. I have several pairs of their eyes, and they're all amazing. They made a pair of eyes for my, ouch, my knee, for Lola, my bulldog dragon, and I need to, this doll wasn't made to wear traditional doll eyes though. So she's got these taxidermy eyes. She doesn't have the space in her head. So when I get brave enough, I need to get in there with a Dremel and Dremel it out a little bit so that she can wear, she made like the most perfect eyes for her. And I keep meaning to show them. So let me grab those. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is a Minifee Momo head with the default Fairyland face up. And I've had it for quite a while now, probably a year. And it was made as a girl, but I thought would be so adorable as a boy. My God, get that off. But I remember seeing one on the marketplace and I was gonna buy it. It was a tan Minifee Moe body. It was so adorable, but that's like when I lost my job, so no. These are going to be Lola's eyes. Yeah, they're absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I think they're 12mm. So I just need to get brave and try to mod the head so that you can fit eyes in there. You know, and it's not huge. It's not like it's a flat back, but it just wasn't made to fit traditional doll eyes. So my Momo head. But yeah, I'd like to put this one on a boy body, and preferably the Moe body, because I want it to be just really short and cute, you know, like a little boy. So but yeah, those eyes were made by Aqueous Humor Eyes, and if you ever get a chance to commission them, then you should count yourself lucky, because they do incredible work. Let's see, let me take a look around and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I think that was it. This isn't a new wig, but I did some switching around and it's too big for her, but she's wearing it for now, until Moderately Vivid fixes those ones that I had to send back, and then she'll probably wear one of those. I think that was it though, and I'm getting tired. It's a long video. I don't even know how long this is. It's got to be an hour. It's got to be. Sorry guys. I'll talk to you later. I hope you're having a great weekend. It's Sunday. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die this week. Don't come to my funeral. Bye guys.